Thank you for Mr. Sunny's insightful talk. Now let's examine how fear waves through a very fabric of our daily lives. Please welcome Melania as she untangles the thread of fear in our choices and dreams.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Melina, and I will tell a story, but not a lesson. We are taught to conquer fear, to face it, to fight for it, and we will to move on. But what if things that we have thought about it is all wrong? My time in a Hebei village this summer had taught me something that fear is not a wall that separates us. However, it can be a thread that connects us together. I remember the day I arrived in that village. It was hot and poor. I stood at the edge of a courtyard, feeling out of place, until a farmer called me back. He wordlessly offered me a hat with years of sun and sweat. Then he offered me a fan and began to fan me. It was cool, the wind was cool, and the memory was sweet. Later, I met Uncle Zhang. He was sitting in his room and looking at his yard, peeling his corn. His hand was swollen. During the interview, he told us that this year, due to the drought, the harvest was cut by third. He had planned to use that money to buy medicine for his wife, but now, he said, he can't afford it anymore. I feel sadness. That evening, his dinner was only cabbage and tofu. No meat, no fish, and no egg. Meat is a luxury to them, he said. And I asked, where's the young people in this village? The answer is, they all left this village to the big city that can seek for jobs. Those who left behind in the village were elder, people just like my own grandmother. At dusk, I saw them sitting in their doorstep, their gaze fixed on the empty street, waiting for a phone call from their son. I had expected to feel some sadness or something, but what rose in my heart was something deeper and sharper. It was fear. I was feared that Uncle Zhang would only look at his withered corn, only sigh, instead of asking, could I try some new methods? I was feared that Grandma Li would only cut their knives, instead of going to see a doctor. I was afraid that these elders no longer dared to hope for a better life. And uncomfortably, I was feared of myself. I feared that when I returned to the city, maybe I would just simply submit my neatly typed essay and then inevitably let this memory fade from my story. Then, who else could help this village? Who else could help these elders? But as long as I stayed there, I discovered something. I discovered something that I might ignore before. I noticed that in order to fight for the drought, Uncle Li still wake up 5 a.m. every day, carrying water to his cornyard. They hadn't given up. They were fighting quietly and courageously. It was a kind of courage that grew up quietly, don't need an audience. Inspired by them, I started fighting with my own fear. I carefully document every data and everything I observed. I spent the whole morning working with Uncle Li until my back hurt. Fear is not our enemy. It's a thread that connects us together. It connects Uncle Zhang, who was always worrying about his corn, and to me, I was always worrying about my grade. It also connects Grandma Li, who always afraid of being a burden to his son. For me, I was always afraid of being isolated by my friends. Everyone has his own fear in each period of his life. Today, I stand here with no grand solution to poverty, and I can't fix that village. But I carry their story here, and I carried my understanding. Fear is not an enemy. It's a thread that connects us together. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is hearing the voice of fear and take one more step forward. So next time when you are fear of getting an exam or a challenge or like taking a speech in front of the public, just think about this. You are not alone. We are all together.